Guys, so a fantastic week so far. Once again, bring you guys a video. I'll be looking at the Tau reacted to the horrors of the 40K universe. It's really interesting. It's a little newer video. Don't really know what to expect. I don't even why I even say that anymore. If you guys watch any of my content, you guys know I don't know jack when it comes to Warhammer. It's like I get the gist, but there's so much lore and so much like crazy shit. It gets so hard to remember stuff. It's like I think of like this like Halo lore or Star Wars. It's like here's the bad guys, here's the good guys, and here's their cause. Here's like if you look at 40K, here's these like 655 factions. They all hate each other, but at the same time, they also hate chaos. But chaos hates them. But once you go on the warp, they inspire chaos. But then this is just like it's like okay, But I'm definitely excited for it. If you guys want to see the original video, be in the description. Like always, make sure you guys show the original creators some love. Without these guys, I would not know where to start. What avenue to go down to understand any of this lore of 40K. So please show them some love. They take a lot of time to make these videos. And if you also enjoy my reactions, you guys enjoy my content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get to it.
G'day guys and gal. Over time I've developed a bit of a soft spot for the Tau. Their naivety to the horrors of 40K is always really cute to read about, as is their reaction when they discover the truth about something horrifying, like how demons aren't just weird Xenos or that Titans aren't just propaganda. This is going to cop me some flack, but the Tau Empire is by far the closest thing to a realistic sci-fi future for us as real-life humans. They use drones, efficient and advanced machinery, and they want to work with other alien races. I'll take that a step further. The current Tau Empire is what humanity went through before we achieved our god-tier status during the dark age of technology. It was only after 5,000 years of a complete living hell did we become these jaded fascist assholes. The point I'm trying to make
That's the best way to put
the
it.
Tau react to all this horrifying stuff is similar to how we would react if we were in their shoes. Before we get started, I'm not really one to promote mobile games, but while I was traveling around Europe and obviously didn't have a PC, I got back into them. That, combined with the fact that I'm a bit of a slut for Warhammer, if you didn't notice, makes me more
I'm sorry, bro.
First up, why
I'm sorry about the cut, guys. That's karma for skipping his entire intro. I got an ad, so that's YouTube just slapping me in the face. So
the Tau
get back
so
to it.
cutesy and naive?
It looks so
or
cool,
at least
man.
were until they learnt the hard way about 40K. Well, their growth from stick-banging cavemen to hyper-advanced sci-fi boys was extremely rapid and pretty clean. They were so united as a race that they hadn't experienced civil war, the horrors of nuclear holocaust, or environmental collapse. They had more or less been living in a utopia for thousands of years, with very little going wrong. The first alien races they encountered were friendly and more than happy to cooperate. The ones that weren't were quickly and easily beaten into submission. Even the Kroot, a race of hardcore carnivores that devour the corpses of their enemies to further their own evolution, were happy to join the Tau Empire.
What the hell?
They'd risen to the top of their own bubble.
What's a species in Warhammer just like eating shit or just doing weird stuff? It's like this huge battle goes on. You just look down at your troops down there and they're just munching on them. It's just okay.
Gone well, aliens seem to be pretty chill, other than the orcs. Then they encountered the Imperium of Man. To their credit, they didn't shit the bed and roll over, actually putting up a great fight during the Damocles Crusade, which was the first conflict between the Imperium and the Tau. But there were some gold moments, as they learnt pretty quick that the galaxy was just not their oyster. When they first encountered the Imperium, they thought they would easily be able to induct them into their philosophy of the greater good, which basically means work towards collective success even if it means personal sacrifice. Then if that failed, they thought they'd be easily able to conquer the Imperium through military might if needed. They quickly learned the error of their ways as a reasonably
such an
small
intimidating
Imperial fleet
force.
cracked their outer defenses and gave them the greatest struggle they had ever experienced. During this Damocles Crusade, they were shocked to discover that a Space Marine dreadnought they felled was older than their entire civilization. They also discovered that Titans weren't just propaganda. They knew of the concept of Titans, but thought that no modern civilization would be stupid enough to invest into the resources for one. Well, they were pretty fucking wrong, as a Titan went brrr and tore them a new sphincter. Another cute moment was when they killed a Space Marine chapter master. They believed they had killed the king of the Imperium, the Emperor himself. As such, they celebrated total victory over the Imperium, thinking that the power vacuum would consume mankind from within, taking them years to recover from. Yeah, that feeling of victory didn't last long, as the Imperium took the death of a chapter master in their stride and redoubled their efforts, setting the Tau world's atmosphere on fire, killing the leader of the Tau Empire before crushing the third sphere of expansion.
Holy
Needless
crap.
to say, many a blue boy's balls were crushed. Not all Tau reactions to the Imperium took place on the battlefield. There has been a lot of cooperation between the two factions, giving us some comical moments. Commissar Caiaphas Cain, hero of the Imperium, is kinda friends with the Tau, and he shares a lot of moments with them. A funny one for me was when he and a Tau Watercast member were walking past a servitor, and the diplomat started breathing really funny for a bit. Cain doesn't really know why, as he is so used to how fucked up the Imperium
Yo, this is off topic. I thought the same top of his cane was a foot. I don't know what that is. Sorry, I was just staring at it for a second.
is. But for the Tau, seeing a
Sorry about
cyborg
that.
lobotomized zombie slave was absolutely traumatizing. He would have been thinking, Guella, what the fuck? In a similar story, a Tau scientist started trying to contain his own mental breakdown when some Imperial Magosses were nonchalantly telling him about how they infect prisoners with gene stealer DNA and then force them to have sex with each other to study gene stealers. So many things the Imperium brushes off
Okay.
as a part of life horrifies the ever-living shit out of the Tau, and for good reason. I would be fucking mortified as well if I saw that kind of stuff happening in front of me. The Tau
No
are
shit.
very,
You
very
go
open to
crazy.
diplomacy. Too open. After all, their Watercast, a pillar of their civilization, is dedicated purely to engaging in diplomacy. However, they have two Xenos which they have blacklisted as total fucking arseholes that they can never engage with. The Orcs and the Tyranids. The Tau have been fighting
That is fair. I mean, I think both the orcs and the Tyranids don't care about what you have to say. They have one very simple goal in mind. Very simple. Orcs want to fight you, kill you, fight and kill you. Tyranids want to kill you, consume you, and conquer everything you ever own and love. That's basically all they. That's all they want. That's all they
for
want.
thousands
That's all
of
they do.
years. It's why their military and armies were so advanced when they finally first engaged the Imperium. However, they did try to make friends with the Orcs at the start. There's a funny scene where a Tau Watercast member approaches some Orcs and he starts speaking Orcish to them. He had been training his whole life for this moment, and he genuinely
Aw.
believed that he would be the one to achieve diplomacy with them. The Orcs look at the Tau diplomat, start laughing their asses off before massacring the diplomat's bodyguards.
Aw.
Yeah, look, points for trying. For other Xenos, their attempts at diplomacy were
That
met
sucks,
with
man.
mixed results. The Dark Elder and the Tau once teamed up against the Tyranids, and in return, the Dark Elder requested a large number of Tau from each caste to go with them. The Tau believed it was some kind of cultural exchange, so they agreed. When the two races fought against the Tyranids together, the Tau noticed that the large blue hulking abominations that the Dark Elder uses as weapons look suspiciously like a whole bunch of tortured Tau blended together. The Tau were like, bruh, are you fucking serious? And they tried to attack the Dark Elder. The Dark Elder simply avoided their fleet and appeared on one of their undefended worlds, murdering, raping, and kidnapping its entire population. In a similar vein,
Dark
the Tau
Elder,
and the
man.
Necrons' first meeting didn't go much better. The Necrons save a Tau world from a Tyranid invasion. When the Necrons arrive on the world, the Tau welcome them as saviors and prepare to hold a celebration in their name. The Necrons are like, huh, cool. And then they genocide the entire planet for a...
Oh my gosh, dude. The poor Tau, man. Like, they're the most, at least from this video, the most sane people in this horrific, disgusting universe. And everyone is just shitting on them. Not because they're weak, but just because of the fact that they're normal. Like, they have sensible, they're just sensible. You know, they're normal, and nothing in this universe is, and it sucks.
laugh. Yeah, not really getting too many diplomatic wins here, eh?
Mm-hmm.
They did have more success with the Craft World and Exodite Elder, with both races having next to nothing to fight the Tau over, whilst having a lot of common causes. What about the Warp? How did the Tau react to demons, hell, and psychers? Well, they didn't really want to believe all the superstition. The warp was just a weird part of space that struggled with physics. Demons are just weird aliens that have advanced teleportation technology, which is why they could phase in and out of reality. Psychics
fair.
were just really good at mind science. Fortunately, the Tau naivety here could work in their favor. As their souls are so small, demons barely notice them and struggle to possess them. Psychers can throw cars at them with their minds, but in terms of trying to fry their brains from overload, it's just not that easy. Chaos doesn't really see the Tau as a tasty target, so hasn't really given them too much of a crack. However, the Tau did fuck up once. They wanted to improve their faster than light travels, so they captured a warp drive and some tech
Oh,
adepts.
no.
They asked the tech adepts how it worked, and were frustrated when the adepts were like, we don't fucking know, we just rub oil on it and repeat the incantations. Hence, after a bit of work, the Tau entered the warp using the modified warp drive. Oh yeah, and they didn't have a Geller field. As such, the human crew instantly went insane and died, but the Tau survived as the warp entities didn't see them as food. They then are saved by the manifestation of the greater good, which was created by the humans within the Tau Empire, believing the greater good to be an entity, not a philosophy. It's important to note that the Tau of the current setting are wildly different to the Tau we first met thousands of years ago. Sure, their naivety cost them a ton of lives and has nearly destroyed their empire on numerous occasions,
Wow.
but they always learnt their lesson. They know humans can't be trusted, however they know that in times of need they can make a legendary ally. They know that the Dark Elder are fucking pricks, but that the Exeter and Craft Orders can be relied on. They know not to waste time trying to engage in diplomacy with Orcs and Tyranids, and that the Necrons are massive pricks. Their understanding of the warp has greatly improved,
They're learning.
as has their weapons of war and
And the big thing to look at too is, of course they did some naive stuff, try to do like, diplomatic, resolutions and whatnot, but at the same time, like he said, is, you know, this human ship and whatnot was older than their entire civilization. Like that's just one of the Imperium's tools, and it's older than their entire like culture and species. So it's just like how humanity messed up plenty of times when they were up and coming. The Tau is the exact same way. The difference is that the Tao's are learning instead of building all this crazy stuff in their head. They're actually learning and advancing themselves. You know, so maybe they'll turn out better. Only time will tell.
tactics. They consistently beat Tyranids and Orcs, whilst the Imperium actively avoids all-out war with the Tau,
Wow.
as they know they would need to commit a ton of resources to win. I'm almost sad that the Tau have learnt so much about the galaxy of 40k, because now there just isn't much left for them to freak out about. And if there's one thing that gets me stiffer than a lizard left out in the Aussie sun, it's a Tau losing their shit. Remember guys, Warhammer Chaos and Conquest, a good mobile game to play on the way to work, or if you just want to inject some more Chaos Kool-Aid into your bones.
Well, I definitely have more respect for the Tau now. I love to learn more about them. Kind of sad that they kind of had so many negative diplomatic resolutions. They tried to do it the same way. Instead of the Imperium's like, oh, you don't want to join us? Okay, you die. It's like at least they tried to like be sensible in certain reasons. But it's 40k. Reason and logic just doesn't mean shit at all. Like nothing makes sense. You got these walking behemoths of men that are, 20, 30 times stronger than your average man that just don't give a shit. You got demons popping out of nowhere. When you're trying to make some toast, they just pop up. You're done. So it's just, at least there's a faction that's at least sane in 40k. At least they're sane right now. Who knows what's going to be in the future, but at least they're sane right now. But again, if you guys enjoyed the video, please check them out in the description. Like I said, he does a lot of work, puts a lot of time, a lot of effort into this. So please show him some love. And you guys also enjoy my reaction. You guys enjoy my content. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.